Hi everybody, it's BoLS Battle Report time. Today we are doing Tau versus Black Templars. We're doing Seize Ground. We've got 4 objectives over here. Let me give you the wide shot of the whole table over here. So we have this whole big table over here. You can see we've got a whole bunch of buildings scattered around it, and then we have a little area for us in the center. We got 4 objectives on this one. We got 2 over here, those 2 fire, and then we got 2 over there. It's actually a pretty symmetrical setup, and pitch battle for deployment zones. We'll just go over the armies really fast, and then we will get back to you on deployment. So on the Tau side, look, it's a list. Everyone loves lists. You can't read that. So here's the list. We have a commander with a missile pod and plasma with a bodyguard. We have another squad just like that. Well, we'll just pretend that that's the bodyguard. He's being fixed. Then we have a crude carnivore squad with nothing, 20 of them. You can shoot it. We have a squadron of 2 piranhas with fusion blasters. We have a squad of 6 fire warriors in a devilfish. We have 2 squads of 6 fire warriors with nothing. We have 8 pathfinders with their marker lights. That's their devilfish over here. 6 stealth suits, no improvements. We have 3 broadsides. 2 of them can split fire. 1 of them has dual drones. And then we have a drone squadron, 7 drones, and 2 hammerheads with all the fixins, which includes target locks, targeting arrays, black sun filters, and the last thing, and multi-trackers. So all kinds of stuff. We have disruption pods on all of the vehicles. And we'll go over and see what the Black Templars have. Okay, we're back going over the Black Templars list with my opponent, Mark. Say hi, Mark. Alright. The Trickster.
Yeah.
Alright, Mark, what do we got?
So the HQ is going to be a Marshal with Terminator armor, Storm Shield, Chain Fist, and then the Emperor's Champion, running with a squad of 6 Crusaders, set up with just close combat, and a power sword. They got a unit of 7 Terminators, all Thunderhammer Storm Shields, Tank Hunters, Land Raider Crusader, Godhammer Pattern Land Raider, 2 units of 2 Landspeeder Typhoons, just Typhoon Missile Launcher and Heavy Bolter, unit of Shooty Terminators with 2 Cyclone Missile Launchers, they also have Tank Hunter, and then just 2 5-man Crusader squads to round up my troop choices. And that's it.
Alright, and we'll catch you guys in deployment. Alright, we are deployed. The Black Templars won the deployment roll, so they are out. We have, you can see, just kind of, they're right up on the edge of their deployment zone. We got the 2 Land Raiders, we have the Shooty Terminators in the center. They're each, there's a squadron of land speeders behind each one. And then there's little 5-man squads of guys just kind of hanging out, one in there and one in there. My deployment is over here. In this corner we have the broadsides up here. We got a hammerhead. We got gun drones. We got some guys. We have an empty devilfish over there. And over here on this side we have the pathfinders, the other hammerhead, crisis suits, and guys. So there we go. And in reserve, there's down here we have all kinds of stuff. We have a devilfish. We have a bunch of crute, stealth suits, and piranhas. And we're going to attempt to seize. Here we go. Come on. 5. So close. All right. We'll talk to you guys at the top of 1. Alright, we're at the top of 1. The Black Templars moved up, so we got the Land Raiders on the midfield line. Everything else moved up behind them, and a bunch of fairly ineffectual shooting, a lot of missing. The one success was over here. The Pathfinders, however, got hit, lost 2 members, and broke. So they're running. They are over half strength though, so we'll see if they can get back in the fight. And that's all we got. Alright, we're at the bottom of 1. The completely cowardly Pathfinders failed their to rally, and they're off the board, so they're gone. However, all the everything else jumped out, and we had a pretty decent round of shooting. That squadron of land speeders, both of them are shaken, and both land raiders are immobilized right on the center line. So that hopefully takes a little bit of pressure off, and we're moving into 2.
Everybody knows about that one.
Alright, we are at the top of 2. The Black Templars have, their infantry is moving up behind the immobilized land raiders. They're on the center line. The land speeders moved off behind that building because they were shaken. And not too much shooting, but they got a pretty good result. That land raider right there, its machine spirit laser cannon did blow up one of the hammerheads. And that's where we are, headed into the bottom of 2. Alright, we are back. It is the bottom of 2, and oh, guess what happened? I rolled a 1. The positional relay failed, so no reserves showed up. So we kind of made do. Crisis suits hopped out. All the railguns opened up again. We got some good results over here. The crisis suits, we've destroyed both of those land speeders. Those guys are both dead. And over here, the immobilized land raider over on my left flank has had this laser cannon sponson destroyed. So that's all we had, and moving into the top of 3. Alright, we are at top of 3. The Terminators are moving up in the center. It's just trundling all up. There's a squad of Crusaders. They're back there. They've moved up on that objective. And over here, the surviving squadron of land speeders are peeking around that building, and they lit up this devilfish and have stunned it. And that was the only result we got. Moving into the bottom of 3. Hopefully some tower reserves show up. We'll see what happens. Alright, we're at the bottom of 3. Tau did the same thing. We only one of our reserves showed up. That squadron of stealth suits. They lit up the land speeders, stunned them. One of the land speeders was destroyed by the broadsides up here, and that is all. And 2 Terminators in the center were killed by combined crisis suit fire from this pair and this pair. That's all we got. We're moving into the top of 4. Alright, top of 4, and things are starting to kind of settle down a little bit in this game. The Black Templars are moving back onto that objective. We have a champion get out of the land raider. He's hooked up with those guys right there, so they're back on that one. So both of their objectives on their side of the board are pretty locked up. They're having a really hard time being able to just kind of get past this 12 inches of nothingness between them, 18 inches, and the Tau. And shooting-wise, the second devilfish, the second hammerhead has had its railgun knocked off and stunned. That's all we got. We're heading to the bottom of 4.
Just think about it.
Alright, we're on the bottom of 4, and the land grabs have begun. All the rest of the tower reserves have arrived. So on the extreme far right, we have a squadron of piranhas. Went 24 all the way up the edge.
And then you got one.
In the middle, we have a squad of fire warriors in a devilfish moved up. They're right on that objective. And over on the far left, the 20 Kroot outflanked showed up on that side, and they are moving up kind of near that Imperial objective. Shooting wise, 1 more Terminator died, and 3 of the Crusaders who were in this building are no longer with us. So that squad is down to 2 guys and the Emperor's Champion hanging out on their objective. And there we go, moving into the top of 5. Alright, we're at the top of 5, and now it's getting interesting. Both of the immobilized land raiders have disgorged their contents. So over here we have a land grab by the Marshal and a scoring squad behind him towards that one. Over here, all the Thunderhammer Terminators got out, hit the piranhas. They moved at full speed, so not a lot of hits connected there. We got one of them is weapon destroyed, one of them is shaken, and that's all we had. Moving into the bottom of 5.
Did you say F drum?
Alright, we're at the bottom of 5, and a dramatic turn of events over here. The stealth suits went in there, lit up the remaining Emperor's Champion, and the 2 guys killed all of them, so that objective is currently not claimed by anyone. Over here we have this objective with over here the The piranhas went 24 and are sitting on top of that one, so that one is currently contested. Over here, this objective is owned by the Tau because that devilfish is occupied with fire warriors. And over here, we have the marshal. His entire squad was killed. He suffered 2 of his 3 wounds. He got hit by railguns. He got charged by drones. We tried everything in the book, but he's just still alive right on that objective. So that is contested. So as of this exact moment, it is 1-0 in favor of the Tau, and we're gonna see if the game ends. Dun 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 dun.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. Turn 6.
Suck it, Tau.
Top of 6, and it's getting desperate. We have a whole bunch of concentrated fire from this Land Raider, the Cyclone, the Marines into the Piranhas for nothing. They made 4 out of 4 cover saves for moving fast. This land speeder's moved over here. It's contesting this objective now, and the Marshal, with his 1 wound remaining, has dispatched the 2 last gun drones. So he is now firmly on that objective, but it's moving into the Tau turn, and he's all by his lonesome, surrounded by a lot of railguns. So we'll see you at the bottom of 6. All right, we're at the bottom of 6, and it is looking good for the Tau so far. Over here, the Kroot have that objective. The Piranhas moved up and are still contesting that one. Over here on the Tau side of the board, this completely unkillable land speeder just made 5 for 5 cover saves, so it is just, everything has lit into it and it is still there, so it is contesting that objective. And over here, the Marshal finally succumbed to concentrated crisis suit fire, so he's dead, giving the Tau that one. So we have the Tau with 2 objectives right now, and 2 contested, so it is 2-0 in favor of the Tau, and we will see if the game ends. Here we go.
Yes, it does.
A 2. It is over. That is a Tau victory.
Against Codex Fac.
Against Codex Fac.
Yes.
Or, sorry, the Black Templars. Talk to you guys later. All right, Mark, how do you think the game went?
So I will admit to being a little surprised that it went that poorly, but yeah, so the Land Raiders both getting immobilized on turn 1 definitely didn't help things out. I tried to keep the dudes in there to keep them safe from shooting and then hopefully go and contest those objectives, but that didn't happen. Too much shooting got poured into them and they just went away. What really surprised me was that squad over here just evaporating to pretty much just a round of shooting. So, and then these guys, apparently tank hunting Terminators and 2 Land Raiders can't do anything to Tau Piranha. So just a little bit of bad luck and a good game plan from my opponent.
Talk to you guys later.